Switch this over to science and technology. Look at that turbo. Slap that in Freb, make ES horsepower. That's a turbo pump, not a turbocharger. Oh, here we go. Oh, nope. That would be a better fuel pump, Flykin, than it would a turbocharger. It'll pump what I tell it to pump. Okay. Don't lick the pipes, guys. Bad idea. So right behind where the pipe is kind of going down that way, this thing right there with all the plugs on it, that's the avionics controller for the engine. And then it's hard to say when everything's covered. Oh, sirens are on. It's hard to say what everything else is when it's covered in ice. Timer is up in the top left. Hey Fred, what's going on? I have a little bit, but it's not too bad. A little bit of haze from the wildfires, but it's, yeah, it's not bad at all, dude. Like, I can breathe outside. Oh, nice shot, dude. They got some new cameras here. Here we go. Send it. Good ignition and throttle up. Separation. Let me go see how that's coming through on the other computer. Hold on. It should be pretty straight. Okay. Or the thing that's swung back. It's some kind of sensor, Camp Rat, but I'm not sure what it's used for. Okay, 1 minute 30, 90 seconds in. Motor should be throttling back up now. The big cloud from the rocket is actually them spraying water into the test stand to basically get rid of the heat. And the hot gas heats up the water and makes condensation and makes clouds. No, the sound at that range, Flykin, would probably kill you. Yeah, the sound. If we were standing right where this camera is, yeah, you'd go deaf really fast. 2 minute 30 in, everything's looking good. They usually burn to about 500 seconds here. I mean, weekly test is not the worst. Three minutes in, everything looking good. I don't see anything going wrong here. Believe me, you'd know. Yeah, the burn timer isn't there all the time, Brock, so I'm just keeping track of it in my head. Okay. Four minutes. About halfway through the burn. Don't catch the dumb, Hooded. Remember that. Yeah, see all that water that they're spraying in? The rocket basically flash heats it and it immediately evaporates. Which is crazy, man. A lot of steam coming out the back or the side. Five minutes. Yeah, everything's looking good. I'd like to point out in this shot right here, the cars look tiny compared to the test stand, and the cars are about, I don't know, 500 feet closer than the test stand. Yeah, something like that, yeah. What cars? Those cars. See? They're a good distance away and they still look tiny. Sorry, I noticed the clock on the microwave was bad, so I just put it back on. The clock was wrong. So if you heard the beep, 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 it's me setting the clock on my damn microwave. I've been meaning to do that for a while. Yeah, the shuttle engines go for a long time, man. They're really, really good design. Not a lot of rocket engines you can do this with. I mean, 8 minute 30 is a long burn, dude. That's a long time for a rocket engine to be firing. But we're over 8 minutes here. Oh, no. We're not at 8 minutes just yet. We're at 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Or 30 seconds, sorry. It's tough doing the math while I'm watching the engine. That's 8 minutes. It creates a vacuum in there, Willie, like a carburetor. Yeah, that's a big Venturi right there. "500 seconds, we have burnout." Helium purge. "500 seconds on the burn, everything looked good there.
This concludes the live broadcast of today's RS-25 engine test on the Fred Hayes test stand at NASA's Stennis Space Center. Please check the NASA Stennis website and social media channels for additional information about today's test.
It was built for the Saturn V Alleviate.
Thank you for tuning in and for your ongoing support of NASA and NASA Stennis. Please join us now in viewing a NASA Stennis video titled Part of Something Great.
Nah, I'm good, thanks. So yeah, there you go. Actually, Alleviate, here, check this out. This is a video that actually answers your question. Buh. There you go.
You have probably driven past it, seen the name in the news, perhaps even met someone who works there.
Guilty.
But what do you really know about NASA's Stennis Space Center? There are a lot of facts.
I know a lot,
but here's
actually.
the important one. This nation is headed to deep space, back to the moon through the Artemis program, including with the first woman and the first person of
They're not warming the nozzle when they chill an engine, Flykin. They chill the plumbing down.
Put its trust in NASA's space
That's like
launch
saying, do we have to chill down the exhaust
by
on a
far
car?
than ever
No.
before.
No.
And like before,
Hey.
Stennis is testing the very
Green run.
rocket stages and engines that will help launch those deep space missions and send astronauts to other worlds. This is what we do. We help power space dreams right here in Mississippi, right
Okay.
in our own
Cool.
backyard.
Cool. All right. That's
That
enough.
makes
That makes awesome. All right. Flykin, what's your question? What's the question? You're talking about warming the fuel for a rocket with an ablative engine? No. No, those have nothing to do with each other. The fuel, by the time whatever's left of the fuel post combustion gets to the nozzle, it's going to be hot, and there's really nothing you can do about that. The thing that happens in the combustion chamber tends to make a lot of hot gas. Yeah. Looks dangerous with the wrench. No, I mean, ablative nozzle and fuel temperature is not. You're conflating things. You're conflating thermal conditioning with like the nozzle. Like The nozzle is usually designed to shed the heat. I mean, it's designed ultimately to push the gases in the right direction, but it's designed to get rid of the heat somehow. So if you have an ablator nozzle, meaning the nozzle is made out of heat shield, it burns off. But you still need to thermally condition your turbine machinery if you're using cryogenic propellants. You still got to make sure that that you don't flash freeze your turbine machinery, because you could break it if you change the temperature too quickly. Or you could create a hard start condition where your cold propellants go into a warm rocket engine, particularly the plumbing, right? And they'll evaporate before they reach the combustion chamber. Now, some rockets, they make them evaporate on purpose. That's what a staged combustion cycle does. But like a regular gas generator, turbo pump engine, yeah, it's liquid fuel. So usually that means you want liquid going into the combustion chamber and gas coming out, not gas going into the combustion chamber. If you have gas going into the combustion chamber on your liquid fuel rocket, it's not going to end well. It won't end well at all. Does that make sense, buddy? Does the fuel stay liquid after the turbine in a closed cycle? It depends on what type of closed cycle you have. It depends. A staged combustion cycle purposely atomizes fuel and oxidizer. It does that on purpose, because getting gases to combine is easier than getting liquids to mix. Think about it. You ever rip one? You ever fart? I'm serious. You ever freaking break wind, right? It smells for a second, but it mixes with the air relatively quick, and that smell goes away. Unless you're a sadistic person and lock all the windows when you're driving in a car and then rip one so no one can put their window down. Not saying I've done that. A fart in the shower hits you instantly. Explain that. Hot gas rises. Sequels. Yeah, see what Nova said too. You still got to condition the fuel regardless of the nozzle. It'll be different than a regeneratively cooled nozzle since there's a heat transfer between the prop and the exhaust. An ablative nozzle is for dealing with the heat from the exhaust post-combustion. The ablation limits the temperature of the structure of the nozzle. There you go. Give her the old Dutch oven. Yep. How did you get on with Stellaris? I like it, Jim. When I finish what we're doing here, we're gonna get back to it. Toretto's weapon of choice. No. This isn't Toretto's weapon of choice. This is a one inch combination wrench. No. This is Toretto's weapon of choice, a 3/4 inch wrench. Actually, technically, it was a 3/4 inch torque wrench. It's got a little more heft to it. Why do farts smell 10 times more rancid in the shower than outside? Yeah. Toretto did this with a 3/4 inch torque wrench. He's a model of self-control. Yeah, one's a little bit bigger than the other. Fun fact, there are smell receptors in the butt. So you guys want to talk about farts now. Why do farts smell so bad in the shower? Panther, do you like taking warm showers? Yeah, Hooded, we're almost there. Listen to that thing. It's got some chonk to it, man. You like taking skin-meltingly hot showers. So the water has a bunch of heat in it, and when that heat hits the cold air in the shower, it heats up the air and makes the air hot. What does hot air do? When you take a shower, you're literally making a small vacuum. All that hot air rises. And that's why the fan for a bathroom is above you. So when you rip one, you'll smell it instantly. Warming fuel can increase efficiency in some situations. How do they do that on ablative nozzles? I don't know of an ablative nozzle that preheats fuel, of an ablative nozzle rocket design that preheats fuel. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm sure it's out there, and I'm sure there's a reason for it, but I don't know what that is. Knotters, so turn it to cold and then let it rip. Knotters. Okay, let's finish this. Then I want to play Stellaris. Let's do this. Okay, so where we last left off, we were... You guys are going up and over. Dash shot. Where he's last left off, we got the light switch working. Oh, the wiper knob is still a little loose. We got to fix that. I might as well do that while we're here, while it's fresh on my mind. That's the idea. Yeah, Jim, that's the idea, buddy. Cool. You bought your first V8 in a 650i Grand Coupe, but it's a hot V8 with both turbos inside the V. Oh, nice. Nice wheels, man. That's cool, Smog. That's a cool car. I love 6 Series from the 80s and 90s, dude. And I'm not even that big of a BMW guy, but like a 86 635 CSL, that's a cool car, man. And then the one that they made in the 90s with the V10 was also very Chadley. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put the screws in. Now, my tack still isn't working, and I'm a little bummed about that, but actually, maybe, yeah, we should do the radio harness before we do this so I can get in there and get at the radio. All right. So let's think about this. How does the radio harness work? Nice, Norath. There you go. You can make the thermal protection system on the duct thinner so more of the heat from the ambient environment can reach the prop flowing through the plumbing. You could also vary pressure inside of the duct to condition it to the temperature that you need. Yes, science. All right. Okay, so before we button up the dash here, we got to put the radio in, and then so the radio is old school. It's a tape deck. I didn't have time to go find a good radio for this thing, so I'm just putting the radio that was in here back in. We can figure out a better thing later. Now the harness for this thing is not, it's not complicated. It's really not complicated. It actually is right on the unit there. So this is this piece right here, and then this over here is your antenna out. So we need to cut and splice a harness to this bad boy. We need to cut and splice a harness to this bad boy. We ask him politely but firmly to leave. So yeah, this harness has seen better days, but these wires are still okay. So let me just check chat real quick. Actually, you know what? I'll take this over here and we'll use the desk cam. It's easier. No 8-track? No, it's got a tape deck in it, man. All right. So I got a bunch of hardware and whatnot here. We can move that. All right. So how does it connect to Spotify? That. Something like that, Panther. So does it have an OBD port? No. Nice. You freaking muppet. All right, so there's a butt connector attached to this. So let's... good crimp. We're not going to need that. We can cut this out. But I'm going to make a new harness for this thing, dudes. Yeah, we'll make one. Shouldn't be too hard. I got heat shrink and all the stuff that we need to make this. I got plenty of wire, so let's take this and cut this thing out first so we can unsheath the wires. We'll figure this all out. All right, so let's take a look. So we have this coming out from here. This connects into that like that, and then, all right, so there should be an orange wire that goes to a 3-amp fuse. Okay. This one's, that's, chat, my eyes suck. That's orange, right? Or is it, I mean, this one looks more yellow to me. All right. Right-hand one is orange. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is, that's green. All right, so, I mean, the wires are also faded, so it's hard to see. But this, in this diagram, this is spliced, this is kind of hooked up to a black wire, and that the black wire is the ground. So this has 3-amp fuse power, they're kind of like, not adhesive, they're kind of stuck together, but you know what? Let's just pull them apart. They don't need to be together. Okay, so the black wire is your ground. This is 3-amp power, and the red is a 1-amp fuse. Yeah, okay. So those are my power cables right there. And then okay, so we have a green and black and a gray and black, and those are my speaker wires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be 5 wires coming out of this thing. The hell? I do have speakers in the doors, yeah. The red's key power, yeah, the one that has the fuse on it. Does this radio support 4 speakers? No. These are so discolored, I don't know which one is which. I'm going to guess that these ones that are hooked together, these are the speaker wires. But they're blue and black and white and Black with a green stripe? That's weird. This is our grounding circuit. These two are for power. So what the hell is the... I don't understand. Spend 40 bucks and get a modern radio. Ferrari is officially on pole at Le Mans 1-2. First time since 1964. Yeah, they'll screw it up somehow, dude. But that's neat. Spend 40 bucks and get a modern radio. Out of time, bro. Out of time. I wish I had more time to get this right. More time than 10 years. Oof. Damn. Felt that one. So Willie, the problem that I'm dealing with here is that I need to find a modern radio that has this cutout with the two knobs, so like old school, right? Straight with the cutout for either side. It's like this needs to be an old school design because, I need to basically have it by today. How's your day going? It's going all right. I just got to finish working on this. All right, you know what? This is not essential to the truck running now that I'm thinking about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing out for now. I have the radio power wire in the truck. So we could power the radio. Like, this should be the red one, right? We can power it. I can splice to that. And then it's literally just trying to figure out what all the rest of these things do, because these wires are so discolored, and there's a blue wire in here. There's no blue wire in this diagram here. There's no blue wire. I have more wires coming out here than what's on this. Use an FM transmitter with wire Bluetooth. You guys are coming up with all these solutions that I don't have time to do. Go fix it. I'll save this for later. What's left on my list of things? What do you need to do to get it running? It already runs. What do I need to do to get it safely working? I had to change the brake switch, so going and bleeding the brakes again probably would be a good idea. I have to grease the Zerk fittings. It has 100% water in it right now, so putting coolant in there, at least a little bit, cutting some antifreeze in with the water would probably be a good idea. I got to fuel it up, and then I got to take it for a test drive, and then I got to check the transmission fluid after I get some heat into the transmission to see how much fluid is in there. This is in no particular order. I need a bolt for the steering column U-joint. The steering column U-joint needs to actually, it's a clamped U-joint that's keyed, so I have to find the bolt for it. I don't know where it went. Zerk fittings, guys. It's a grease fitting. For later. That's a single DIN, dude. I don't think that'll do what I want. Yeah, maybe. Might be the blue wires for the antenna. This is the antenna wire right here. So yeah, let's get the bolt for that steering column figured out while we're here. Let's do that. All the other stuff is, you know, top it off, test drive. That's, I mean, also here, guys, let me show you what I'm talking about while we're here. Take a look. See, that's what I'm dealing with. See this? This is what I'm dealing with. I have to find something that fits this or cut this to a single DIN size, which is kind of, I mean, you could do that, but that's, yeah, I mean, we'd have to get in here with an angle grinder or a hacksaw or something, and I don't want to do that right now, at least. I did get the glove box in though. See? I don't know if they make modern radios that fit that. See, like I said, that's old school. That is literally 8-track player size. Yeah, maybe. But another thing that I noticed is that I never, here, look down here. See that? I never put that bolt back in. I gotta find something to go in there, and we gotta move this out of the way. That's the speedo cable. I actually do need to hook the speedometer cable back up. But yeah, we gotta figure out how we're gonna do that. We gotta figure out how we're gonna do that one, boy. I gotta figure out what thread that is. So let me get the tap and die set out, and we'll go from there. Do they have 8 tracks in 59? No. I should have said, what's the minimum that's required for driving off? Things that are absolutely required. Novus, that one is probably required. I don't need that coming apart when I'm driving down the road, because, you know, that's the steering. You know, we don't need that one coming apart there. So I got to get out the tap set, and we gotta figure out the threads on the other side. Balls. That's gonna be a little hard to get at. All right. I'm gonna have to go under there. All right, let me get the tap set out. So the tap and die set is there. I have it to, you can use it to make new threads, right? But it's also good for chasing threads and figuring out sizes of things. Now, that is a Toyota steering box, but I looked into this a little bit. The Toyota steering boxes used a rag joint. So what that means is that universal joint that's connecting the steering column to the box, so the big metal thing down there, this piece right here, I don't know if that's standard or metric, so I gotta go down there, and I have to kind of figure it out. So I'm going down there. He's going down there. I wouldn't. All right, and I just got to start playing with it. So let's try. This is 1/2 20. 1/2 inch screw, 20. Let's see if that works. Actually, is this the threaded side? Fortunately, we have some play. This is the threaded side. Nice, the threaded side. I turned it so the threaded side is up top. That's going to be easier. 5/16, Will. Let's see. Half 20 is too big. This is 7/16 20. Let's see if that one works, Willie. Frickin' brake lines. That's close. That's close. It might be metric, dude. The entire pump can move? No. Let's try 3/8/24. That might be metric, man. It looked like the pump moves when you put on the autofocus. No. Nope. No, it's must have just been autofocus, dude. You're trying to rethread the cross joint. No, Macca, I'm trying to figure out what it is. I think it's metric, and I don't have a metric tap and die set. Because 3/8/20 almost made it. It was close. So what's close to 3/8/20 in metric? Frick. So 3/8. M15. I think it's M15. Hang on. Metric thread sizes. No, there's no 15. So it's got to be M14. Three-eighths is 14 millimeter. 3/8. No, it's 10. You're right. It's 10. Wrong direction. Wrong direction. Hang on. Let me just double check it. Make sure I was using the right piece. So this is 3/8/24, excuse me. It's a fine thread, not 20. All right, let's try it again. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's all right, Maka. It's all good, man. This is 5/16/24. Let's see, just out of curiosity. Yeah, that goes all the way through. So if 3/8 doesn't catch, but it's pretty much the right size, and 5/16/24 goes through, I'm going to say that that's probably metric. That's probably metric, and now I'm not sure if I have much metric bolts, but I'll look around and see what we can find. I legitimately have M10. What is this? M10 by 20? M10-150. This might do it. Let's see. Or it's course 3/8. I can check that too. Oh, it's not, the threads are on the opposite side, so we gotta. Oh, what the frick? It's that damn Pittman arm again. God damn it. That's not good. It is moving. M10 by 20. That seems right. Frick. The steering box is still moving, Bree. It moves. It's not much, but it probably shouldn't move that much. The M10 by 150 didn't really, it caught a little bit, so it could be 3/8 course. So what is it, 3/8, 16 or something? Here, I have a 3/8 course right here. The steering rack seems to be loose. Maka, this truck doesn't have a steering rack. That one, well, that's gone forever. That one did catch. All right, well, do I have a 3/8 bolt around? Yes, I do. I have 3/8 course. Yeah. 3/8 course thread. Let's see if we can tighten that sucker down. I'm going to give it a washer. I'm going to go find a washer for this thing. Just to make sure that that thing doesn't, just to make sure that the damn thing doesn't come apart on me. Cool. Cool beans. Yep. Cool. All right, let's get the ratchet. Get the ratchet and send it. I might want to put some red Loctite on that thing I seem to recall the steering pitman arm issues. Yeah. We hooked it up with 2 bolts. It seems to still want to move a little bit. I might need to file down the back end, the head of a bolt, and put it in there like what was there before. But yeah, that's okay. If we have to do that, we have to do that. That's not a problem. I have the hardware to do it. Not an issue. We already have everything for that. We already have all the things we need to do that. None of that's going to fit. The ratchet won't fit in there. I might be paranoid, but I Loctite everything. Yeah. I got blue thread locker here. We can use that. There we go. Just douse it. Have you tried just dousing it in thread locker? All right. Okay. 1/4 inch it is. That won't fit in there either. I don't think I have 9/16 quarter. 9/16 on a 1/4 inch drive. Nope. Okay, wrench it is. Actually, there is one more solution. There is one more thing we could do here, boys. I tell you what. And that would involve a universal socket. One half. Just doing a summer car, guys, trying to find the right bolt. Well, get my damn universal joint out here. Oh, just knock the camera over. Yeah, that's fine. Good job. The ratchet is not torquing how it was torquing previously. No, Brimo, we don't have to touch the suspension. Universal jointception! Yep, I'll just get the ratchet. My electric ratchet, we used it the other day to put a TV mount in, and it hasn't been making the right torque since. Oh. Huh. I think I broke it. Or just a part's loose, that's all. It's probably that. Doesn't help that the U-joint actually freaking turns. Yep, that's right. That's the right thread. There we go. And Bree, no, we don't have to screw with the pitman arm again. We can just turn the wheels all the way so the pitman arm swings out of the way, and then we put the other bolt in and file it. Will basically file it down a little bit, just like what was there before. All right, that's good. That ain't going nowhere. If not, it is now. That's right. Yep. What was there before? A bolt was there before that self-clearanced itself. The back of the pitman arm had a huge rut in it from where it basically fouled on the bolt over time and then just got it away. The thing is that, you know, my uncle put it like that, but the thing is I talked to him and he said, look, I drove it around that way for 10 years with that self-clearance nut or self-clearance bolt. So, whatever. Through the metal hole into the thread, Willie. Yeah, yes. I had to turn the steering around to do that. Yep. Yeah, the thread is on the opposite side of the bolt head. So it's clamping. It's clamping it, yeah. Well, that was easy because I had the nut or the bolt here. That one was simple. But see, yeah, I had to turn the wheels a little bit to get it to wheel right. And yeah, if we have to if I have to put the other bolt in, so be it. I remember when we did the pitman arm, guys. I remember when we did it. We were like, we might have to put it in, we might not. But yeah, easy peasy, no problem. So basically what you got to do, you just got to cut about half an inch off of a bolt head and then zip it in there and it'll clear the pitman arm. No problem. Okay, so that's the steering figured out. So that's good. I can axe that off of my list. Is it a shop? Does it have a compressor? I have a compressor, yes. You want to tell me how I'm going to get an impact gun in there? Okay. Bolt for the steering column. Okay, now we got to grease all the Zerk fittings. That's important. Or have a machine shop redo the pitman arm to be the correct way. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that would be useful as well. I mean, we put those nuts in there. They're torqued. They are torqued down. They're just moving. It's the whole steering box. It's not the bolts. It's the holes for the bolts. They were hogged out with a plasma cutter. So it's not perfectly circular and they're moving around in that. Guys, I'm like, it's all three of them. All three of the holes are like that. So I'm not even sure that putting in that third bolt is not going to make that thing move around. It's just going to move. Unless we go in there and re-sleeve the side of the frame, which is not happening. That's not happening. Yeah, we're not doing that. So, yeah, whatever. It moves a little bit, Hellfish, but once again, it's fine. That's not happening before Mrs. Bremo happens. Yep. Yeah, it's the slop. 2 bolts, 3 bolts wouldn't matter, Willie, right? Like, it's just going to move around. And it's still going to move around if we put 3 in there. So, whatever. If you want a new hole, slap a plate on each side and call it good. Then it won't clear the pitman arm, dude. Then you throw the steering shaft out of geometry. This is not as simple. Oh, just put more. Yeah. Did you ever play with use the pipe extender? Yeah, Bob. It broke immediately. Yeah, pot metal. We bought a crappy Harbor Freight one. Pot metal. Snapped in half. I have it over there. It's in pieces, though. But yeah, we got the exhaust all figured out. I actually ended up angle grinding part of the 3-inch collector flanges off and basically getting rid of part of the taper, making it a 2-inch, and then filing it and deburring it, and then attaching that and torquing that down. The exhaust works just fine. Take it back to Harbor Freight. Oh, it wasn't Harbor Freight. That was Amazon. I could probably still send it back, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It was like $15 or something stupid. Okay. All right. So the steering bolt, the horn works, the brake lights work. We just got to grease all the Zerk fittings. So let me get the grease gun out and we'll do that. The bolt did not snap, dude, no. No, it didn't. All right, so this is a grease gun. And this is used for greasing Zerks, Zerk fittings. Zerk fittings are fittings where you can attach the grease gun tube to, and you can pump grease inside. It's really easy you can pack certain mechanical components. It looks like NASCAR actually started doing real crash testing of the new car. Oh, and Gragson is now out with a concussion. Oh, that's good. Zerg fittings? Well, sorry about that. It ain't your fault, Bob. You know what? To be honest with you, dude, I probably didn't use the tool right. To be honest, I probably didn't use it right. There we go. All right, cool. We're hooked up. So now what we got to do, so what the grease gun basically does is you have a little pump here and you twist this, it throws the grease into this right here, and then you pump this and then it pumps grease through the hose. And then that goes into the Zerk fitting. Easy peasy. So we can pull this off. This is spring loaded, so it's going to be out like that, and the truth is that Harbor Freight sells some of the worst tools and they don't care. I mean, yeah, Alex, you're not wrong, but I mean, something to consider is that we don't pay them enough to care. You're buying wrenches for like $1. I don't know what you were expecting. Yeah, they're getting better, to be honest with you. But yeah, I do understand the sentiment. Let me get the directions. I'm not sure how to load this Cobalt one with grease. Now, I had a grease gun. It was my dad's, and the thing's probably like 50 or 60 years old. I know how to use that one. But, yeah, not this one. Okay, it should be pretty straightforward stuff here. There we go. Do you load this thing from the top? I'm so confused. Right. Okie dokie. Now here's our grease cartridge. It is full of grease. Hang on. Hang on a minute, Chief. This has a pull tab on the back. Dude, I'm not used to loading grease like this. My dad's grease gun, you just open it. You twist the back off and you open it, and then you literally just put grease in it and close it. That's it. That's all. There's like not a cartridge or anything. How the heck do you use this newfangled contraption? Take the pump head off and put the cartridge of grease down it. Yeah, all dessert's all right. Okay, this is what the instructions are calling for. Plastic cap off, grease in, and then open the pull tab, boy. Oh, don't lick it. Don't lick the damn thing. Well, that boy ain't right. Remember that. How is this going to go in the... Damn it, it's backwards. It's backwards. It's backwards. Yeah, you got to take the top off. I swear I'm good at this. All right, cool. So let's put that back in there now that we screwed this all up. Spring is all bound up. That's good. Cheeky baby. Okay. Now we have an air bleed right here. Then we take this thing. Here we go. All right. Okay, plastic cap side goes in first. So this thing loads upside down to what I'm used to, but that's fine. So plastic cap side goes down, metal pull tab out, and okay, so now we let the spring go. Done. All right, she's packed. Okay, the grease gun has been loaded. I just want to point out it is literally easier to load the actual gun that's called grease gun. The M3, easier to load that than it is to load this. Straight up. Just want to point out, it's easier to load the grease gun than it is to load an actual grease gun. Also, it would probably help if I wasn't so stupid. Yeah, that'd probably help. Okay, so we're greasing Zerks. There's a couple of them around. Namely, the ones I want to get are by the pitman arm that we've been messing with. So, or that we've been talking about. So, let's go back over to the me cam. Hello. See the Zerk right there? We just got to load this sucker up with grease. Now, yeah, there wasn't a lot in here. Now you just gotta keep the fittings greased until it comes out of the hat a little bit. There you go. See, some of it came out of the hat there. Just a little bit. That's good. That's it. Now there's another one at the front of the pitman arm, and we got to do that again. Hang on, it'd be better. That's right over the axle. The Zerk is right over the front axle. See it right there? If I turn the wheel back to the left, it'll go out in front. So we should be able to grease it better. Let's see how much this one has in it. Ooh. Wow, this had nothing in it. There's no grease in this part of the drag link. The grease gun isn't pumping grease. Oh, anything else today, man? Thanks, drummer. The grease is leaking out the backside of the hat. Oh yeah, yeah it is. Okay, yeah, that one's greased. Yeah, no, that has a lot of grease in it. It's just leaking out the other side of the hat. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Those are the two big ones that I wanted to make sure were packed because that has a lot to do with the steering. Yeah, I see it back there. You guys can just barely see it on stream. It's on the top right corner of the fitting. And now, greased up guy. Good to be back, America. All right, there we go. Cool. Yeah. Those are the two big ones that I wanted to get, dudes. Because everything else seems to be okay. I'm so excited for Le Mans this weekend. Nice. Yeah. Those are the two big ones, dudes. There's not much else. The U-joints, well, one of them is a closed U-joint. Got a wedgie. One of them is closed, Willie. We know that from before. The other one does have Zerks on it, yeah. But yeah, okay, we can do that one. I don't think there's anything else. The kingpins were already greased, man. They had plenty of grease in them. U-joints and ball joints. You just saw the only two ball joints on this vehicle. You know what? I'll re-grease the kingpin just because. I'm going to leave it on that camera here for a second. The Zerk for the kingpin's going that way, so I got to turn the wheels back in the other direction. That's good. Okay, we're in. Nothing. Okay, I mean, oh dear. Any day now. There's no doubt that I'm using it wrong. Is it bad if you can just push the rod all the way in? Are we even spring loaded here? It doesn't feel like we're spring loaded, dudes. Christ. Give me 1 second, dudes. We have no spring. I stand corrected. Is the spring seated correctly? Yep. This sucks. I don't get how this thing could move this before, but now it doesn't. That's peculiar. Yeah, all right, I see it. We can pull the rod. You piece of poo-poo. I'm stupid, dudes, I swear. This is not rocket science, man. Okay. All right, hang on a minute. This frickin' thing. It's not rocket science. That's why you're having trouble. Yep. Stupid freaking thing. All right. The only way that we're going to put this thing back in is if the spring is uncoiled. And that means we got to take the other side off. This is going to get messy. My hands are greasy, so I can't unscrew this. Don't spray brake cleaner on your hands, okay? Don't do that. Pull the rod to compress the spring. Yeah, no, Willie, that's what I was trying to do, man. Anytime you compress the spring, it binds like crazy. See what I mean? If I tried to get this to go any further, yeah, see? So what I'm thinking is if we pull the top off, right? Where's my damn vise? Where's my damn old vise, boy? You guys can't see this. I'm clamping the tube just a little bit, just enough where it won't move. There we go. I'm not scrunching the tube in the vise. I got it. Because you don't want the tube to be bent, right? All right, so this is going to pop in here like this, and then we're going to tighten up this side. Put that down there. Now, catch the thread like this. There we go. Go with throttle up. Hey, DeForo, thank you. All right, so now, if we let the spring go, it shouldn't go all the way in. Yes, it does. Air is purged. So now, oh, all right, there we go. Just needed to be reloaded right. She's greasing now, boys. I'm just an idiot. Frickin' grease gets everywhere, man. You think sand is bad? Grease is worse. Okay. Well, we got the pitman arm greased, and that's really all that matters. The kingpins were just a bonus. I'm not going to sit here and say that the tool is broken when I didn't know how to use it. I probably broke it, guys. Whatever. I don't get mad at it. It's annoying, but it is what it is. I'll find some way to fix it or whatever. The two things, it had enough pressure in it to grease up the things that I wanted to grease, so I see it as a win. Is the cart leaking grease into the spring compartment? I don't know. I think the metal rod, Aqualex, the end of the metal rod is supposed to hit the cart or whatever that thing is that seals it. It's just going through it. I think I broke it. The rod can be used to push the plunger up. You have to turn it to where it catches. There's grease coming out the back of this. I broke it. Yeah, it's broken. How's your guys' day going? Good? It's just the cartridge. The tool is fine, likely. Everything else should be fine. Oh boy. Now I have to fix my grease gun so I can use it to fix my truck. More things to do. Why does everything have to turn into a damn project, man? Kind of getting sick of it. I just want to drive my damn truck around. Forgive me for being impatient. Razzle finally replaced the strings on my dad's guitar that had the same strings on it since like 2016. I gotta say, it's a lot more fun to play. Nice. All right, well, let me get all the hardware and the fascia plate for the radio out of here, and then I'm just gonna put a couple bolts in and put the dash in, and yeah. Yeah. What a day. What a freaking day. All right. Yeah, I'll just roll with it, dudes. All the mechanical systems on the truck are good. The pitman arm grease, we had enough pressure in that grease gun before whatever happened, so haven't seen the truck since you had the yock issue. Yock, okay. I don't think there's any component on this vehicle named a yock, but yeah, most of the things are solved, Mac. Man, this thing, freaking, dude, unbelievable. This is another freaking project to do. Get the coolant hoses working to the heater core, but we don't need the heater core to drive. Yoke. Yeah, I got you, man. I know what you meant. Yeah, no, that's all fixed. I did the pinion seal and we did the U-joint. Yeah. Yep. All good. Dang, dude. I'm stupid sometimes, dude. I'm stupid. No, you know what it is? You know what's really killing me right now? Rushing all this stuff. That's what's getting me. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes I can get away with it. Sometimes you can get away with it, but I don't know. All right, let me see what the weather's like outside. I wanna slap the plates on this thing and drive it and see what it does. I'm gonna shut the stream off for that part. It's raining. Okay. It's raining. That's... We all have our dull moments. Yeah, Stuart, I just really wish I wasn't having so many right now, but it's cool. Or something. Looks like Murphy loves you as almost as much as he loves me. Yeah. Epsilon, yeah. Dude, like, and here's the thing. I told myself never get mad. Never get mad. It's not worth it. Like, which is funny because I get pissed at video games, but when I'm working on cars, I'm just not bothering getting mad. It's a waste of time. You know, like it's just not worth the time to get pissed off. You know, it's just a waste. So I don't, but man, sometimes this thing makes me want to headbutt a wall. Like, I need to test drive this. I'm driving it probably about 45 minutes into the city. I need to make sure this stuff works. It has to work. It can't not work. I'm just getting the bits and pieces of the radio front fascia here out. So, yeah. Working on cars in a crunch is stressful. You know, you're telling me, man. Yeah, it is what it is, dude. But like I said, it's just like the patience that I usually am able to afford KSP. Now, I haven't been able to afford KSP that patience lately because real life stuff, but you know, it's just, yeah. Yeah, Aldazir, tell me about it. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna put this thing back together for now so I don't lose it. Oh no, that's not right. Aldazir, they were hanging out on the roads today. I had to drive up to Plymouth, and yeah, they were there. They were chilling on the on-ramps. They're always there, man. You were in Marshfield on Tuesday. Oh, nice, man. What part? My uncle, same guy I bought the truck from, has a beach house down there. Where is it? It's by the beach. Fun fact. Bandit, the air quality where I'm at is fine. It's New York that's not having a good time. Yeah, I know, Al Desert. That's where my P.O. box is there too, dude. Yeah. The Green Harbor P.O. box, dude. That's in the real parts, man. Once you get past downtown, yeah. You go down 139, dude. I know that area very well. I used to spend my summers down there, dude. You were at the store for a training exercise? Oh, all right. Right on, man. Right on, right on. Cool. It's a proper fishing town. Yep, yep. Yeah, you go down by Brant Rock down there, dude. That's quite nice. Like I said, that's nice, man. Very nice. Cool. All right, now I won't lose that hardware. All right, dudes. It's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna take some time here. Just gonna tool this thing around real quick and see where it gets us. Yeah, I just need to. That's one of the last things I need to do. I just got to check the transmission, and check transmission fluid. You got to warm up the transmission for a little while. So I'm just gonna drive it around the block a couple of times, and go from there. I'll probably be back at like 5 to play Stellaris. I just got to wash up. I don't like using the keyboard with dirty hands. It's annoying. So here, I'm going to sign off from the garage, and I will see you guys in a second in the office. Stand by for garage. Loss of signal, as expected. My neighborhood has blocks? Oh, no, not really. There's like, horse paths, I guess. You know, you go that way for a little way, you take a right, and then you go a little bit more and you take a right, and then you go a little bit more and you take another right. You'll eventually find your way back to here. Yeah, eventually. That's basically what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go see what it does. Yep. So, all right, guys. Give me about an hour. I'll be back. And, yeah, well, chin up. We'll play Stellaris. And, oh, wait. That's right. I was getting my butt handed to me in Stellaris, too. Okay, and we're on Iron Man mode. No reloading either. So, you know, that's good. That's good. All right. Hope you're having a good day too. I'll see you guys in a little bit.